I'm going to start. Carrie Van Gelder. Messages from the universe, please. Carrie, thank you. Damn, thank you. Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. King of Wands in reverse. Queen of Cups sideways. Justice. Hold on, make sure I got them all. Justice. Lovers in reverse. Knight of Pentacles. This talks about the breakup. This is Queen of Cups sideways is you closing off your heart space, pulling back your energy. Him as well. King of Wands in reverse. That's no passion. That would be him, like not being inspired to stay with you. Lovers in reverse is the disconnect. And then Justice, this is you trying to figure out the truth of the whole situation.
Okay.
Looking at the backstory. Four of Cups, Ace of Wands, the Tower, which would have been the breakup. Page of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Eight of Cups. All right, so Four of Cups and Ace of Wands is disappointment. Disappointment, not having zest, because Wands, the Ace of Wands, is usually like passion driven. Two of Pentacles. I'm just looking at the backstory to see if there's anything that you're not aware of.
I'm sure there is.
Well, this is why I wanted to do it this way. So, Nine of Swords and Eight of Cups. So this talks about the fight, and then there was anxiety about walking away. Whether it's you had anxiety that he was going to walk away, or he had the anxiety, or both of you. So now, most important thing that Carrie needs to know. Most important thing Carrie Van Gelder needs to know. Thank you. Thank you. You're getting essays. You've got the Death card. There's so many cards.
Death card?
The Death card is a great card. Everyone freaks out,
Yeah,
but
I know.
it's a great card. It's a huge transformation. So the most important thing that you need to know, let me turn all these over, feel this energy. All right, how do these go? Over here, how many? 3. And then all of this is 1. Okay, each is a separate. All right, most important thing that you need to know. So the Death card talks about abrupt change, death, rebirth. So huge transformation. It's a purge. It's a release. But it's ultimately to bring something new in. So what you have over here, you have all of this in reverse. We'll talk about, they told me that there's like 5 different stories here. So we'll start with this one. These 4 cards are in reverse. 9 of Wands, 7 of Swords, Temperance, and 10 of Swords. So when the 7 of Swords is in reverse, let's talk about it upright. There's always a positive and a negative context to every card. The positive context of the 7 of Swords upright is making sure that you do anything by any means necessary so that you'll come out on top. It's being strategic. Now, the negative context of 7 of Swords upright would be lying, cheating, stealing. And that is only drawn from the image of a traditional tarot card where it shows what the fuck do you call them? A soldier sneaking off from his camp in the middle of the night. He's going to the other team's camp. He's going to steal all of their guns and weapons. So he'll live to see another day. So they're sneaking off. So there's lying and there's cheating. But, I mean, he's going to win. So everybody, today's 2025, they just associate that, with fucked up behavior. But we're doing a love reading. When the 7 of Swords is in reverse, it's usually exposure to a lying, cheating, stealing, or strategic energy. Sometimes the 7 of Swords represents turning over a new leaf, but I won't say that here because Temperance is in reverse next to it. Temperance in reverse is misaligned. It's not harmonious. There's no patience. It's a very agitating energy. It's basically not meant for you. You got the 10 of Swords in reverse, 9 of Wands in reverse. So when the 9 of Wands is upright, it's I'm gonna keep pushing towards this. I'm keep going. I'm tired, but I'm weak, but I'm gonna keep going. When it's in reverse, it's like ready to collapse. It's not wanting to do it anymore. So when I put all of these cards together, most important thing that you need to know, 10 of Swords in reverse is trying to bring something back from the dead. If that's something that you're feeling that you're wanting to do, basically this message says that you're going to find out a lot of hidden truths that don't align with who you are.
Okay.
As in he's keeping things from you. I don't know if you felt that way or thought that at all, or, if that was...
I just felt like, and I didn't get a negative vibe per se, I just felt like he had something going on in his head that, like, he hasn't, because he was married for 23 years. They were divorced about a year before we started dating. So, he was married young and You know, and I asked him about that when we first got together.
Right.
I'm like, are you sure? You know, because I've been with guys that just, they can't be alone. They don't want to be alone. And this was just different. I mean, I'm kind of a freaking roundabout town gal as far as dating, and I've had it all. And I've never felt so, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, when you talked about him getting married and then getting divorced and you guys to get together, most important thing you need to know, you got another story down here. Five of Pentacles and the Hierophant. If you put those two cards together, that's him throwing away his traditions. Hierophant is a card of marriage. That is like the marriage card. Hierophant is tradition. It's values, it's morals, it's tradition. It falls right into the whole take your vows shit. With the Five of Pentacles next to it, that shows that he's lacking and doesn't want that. He wants to leave that behind. It sits next to the Sun card and the Ten of Cups. So basically, what these next four cards say is that he doesn't want to conform to a traditional lifestyle. He doesn't think that will make him happy. Mm-hmm. Over here, you've got the Ten of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Two of Wands. That basically talks like he doesn't want to put in the work anymore because it's too heavy for him. Ten of Wands is burdens. Eight of Pentacles would be like working on the relationship continuously, not just when it's bad, but just like being invested. It's like planting your seeds in a garden, then they start growing, and you're going to keep watering them and making sure that they're pruned and tended because you want that harvest at the end. So it's like he doesn't care about the harvest. Like he's not going for that. Now the one card that stands alone is the Knight of Wands, and we're doing a love reading. So when I talk about the context in a love aspect, the Knight of Wands is non-committal. He doesn't want to commit. He wants to taste everything. He can't commit because what if there's another party over here or a better person down the way, or that's the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands also doesn't think before they jump. They just, it's a zestful energy. Like, let's have fun. Let's party. Not saying he's a party animal, but it's for fun.
It lines up, yeah.
Okay. So, looking at the backstory, like how did we get here? You've got the Star, Four of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Ace of Wands. Basically what that says, and this feels like his energy, he kept quiet about what he really wants. Four of Pentacles is closed off energy, keeping. And it's next to the Star, like what is it that I really want? And then Three of Swords would be the breakup or he not feeling comfortable in the relationship. Two of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Two of Pentacles is about change, making a change. Queen of Swords, he sees this, what it is that he really wants. And that's the Ace of Wands. So it's like something more. So if you guys were together and everything was good, the Ace of Pentacles would show up. That's a very stable energy. It's an opportunity always presenting itself for you guys to be stable in the 3D, like having a home together, sharing bills, things like that, tangible things. Ace of Wands is like that feel-good, excited feeling that you get right before you get a really great present for Christmas or something. Like that feeling.
Yeah.
So that's the feeling that he's looking for. I just use Christmas as an example, but you know the emotion, the feeling.
It's like the unobtainable.
Right. It's
You're constantly gonna chase it.
But like the first 2 months in a relationship, that feeling, like that's what the Ace of Wands feels like.
Okay.
So now let's go. Those most important thing you need to know, like that's how he feels that he might not have told you about, but like that's why I wanted to do the messages from the universe because it gets down and dirty. Yes. Yeah. Now let's go for the final tip for Carrie Van Gelder. Thank you. Thank you. You got the two, it's clear cut. Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck, Five of Pentacles, Four of Wands. Your final tip, Two of Wands is don't be like this person in the cage. The bird is on the outside, and this person is in the cage. Two of Wands is holding back energy. Two of Wands is the grass greener over here, or is it greener over there? It's holding your hand on your ass waiting for something to shift. Spirit's saying don't do that. You got two cards that came out, the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. Five of Pentacles is an abandoning energy, to leave behind, to leave out, to have less of. And then the Four of Wands would have been like a reuniting, coming home, getting back together, celebrating. It's so you have 78 cards in a tarot deck. The 22 of them are major arcanas. Those are big pivotal moments in life. That's the Hierophant, marriage. Then you have the Mundane, which is the 56 cards broken up into 4 suits. Four of Wands is the minor for marriage. So you had 2 of those big cards come out. Or 2 different cards with carrying the same energy. So basically this says leave it behind. Now, looking at the backstory, hold on. Seven of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Hangman, Empress. Let me look at this. So the backstory for your final tip. Seven of Cups is going to mean two or three things here for you, I'm hearing. Seven of Cups, I associate with the card of drunkenness, like drinking, drugging, whatever. Like, basically, Seven of Cups is a fantasy state in your mind. So it's getting away from reality. So Seven of Cups also represents having a lot of different options. So I'm going to do this two-part for you. So do not go numbing yourself continuously. It's okay, do what you got to do every now and then, but don't fall into that trap. Spirit is saying, looking at the backstory, because it's just going to clog you up down the road. Then the other part is Seven of Cups is there's a lot of different options out there. I'm not even talking about love, okay? Just that there's a lot of things for you to be working on right now with the Eight of Pentacles that is going to make sure that you are emotionally stable. King of Cups, I love when he shows up. He's traditionally sitting on his throne, middle of the ocean. Waves are crashing all over his face. He doesn't move. Like, his face stays straight. He is able to emotionally regulate himself. So Spirit is saying to do that and focus on that. And if you do that, you got the Hangman, the Empress, and the Six of Pentacles, which is beautiful fucking energy. The Hangman is a pause. The Hangman, which will be you, they willingly put themselves in a situation, the relationship, and they can get out at any time. The point of putting themselves in a position is so that they can turn themselves upside down to look at the world, their reality, their choices from a different point of view. That's going to help you grow on a soul level. This is why we come. So
Yeah, I got work to do.
I know, but this is what Spirit's pushing out right now.
Yeah.
So that's gonna help you stand in your power, because the Empress is here, which is divine feminine. So this is why the reading just became spiritual, with you harnessing your milk and honey, because that's the Empress. She's got the goods. Like, people come to her because they know that she's got it. Like, everything.
Yeah, it used to be like that.
That Spirit wants you to get back to that. So
Yeah.
those are the messages from the universe. Now let's go for specific questions, and the more specific you are, the better I can determine what the cards are saying.
I wasn't prepared for that. Has this been more of a recent change with him, though? I mean, not even specifically like...
What's his first name?
Aaron. I mean, not so much that he didn't mean, I just don't think he solidly maybe thought it through until the last couple months, maybe.
So I heard, I asked in my head how long he's been feeling this way. I heard at least 4 months. So what I just asked the cards was, 4 months ago, what were Aaron's intentions towards Carrie? Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, World card, Ace of Swords. Five of Pentacles is that abandoning energy. World card is completing a cycle. Ace of Swords is taking action. Ace of Swords is aha moment. It's moment of truth. Ace of Swords is a double-edged sword. It's either cut or get cut. Cut away or get cut. So intentions were to close it off with you 4 months ago. Now this is going to be the best part of this. So when I pull the cards, this tells the backstory of why. Four of Pentacles, a lot of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. Seven of Cups, Death card, Ten of Cups, Eight of Wands. Let me feel this for a second. He's kept to himself for a long time, secrets. Almost feels like an inner knowing. Tell me about the High Priestess. Seven of Cups, Ten of Swords. So I'll tell you, alright, so this is kind of what the cards are saying, but this is what I'm hearing and feeling, which is totally different than what is being out here. What this feels like is he has been living a lie to himself for so long, and it feels like it was on behalf of showing up a certain way for someone, and it's not you. It's the kids. So let me just paint this picture. I'll have a loving woman in my unit, in my family, to be there, because this is what I need right now. I need someone to cook, clean, fuck, and show up in a certain way for the family. And now that playing house is over, playing house is over.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No. It's good.
I want to ask the truth about that. Tell me the truth about the statement. Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I'm sorry, but I have to say yes, because we have 4 different suits in tarot. You have Cups, which is love. You have Wands, which is passion. Swords is thought. Pentacles is 3D tangible. There are Aces through 10s. Then you have Court cards. Page is a student. Knight takes action. Queen is contemplative after taking action, because they all rank up. And then finally you master the suit into a king. If a queen and a king come out together, that's a true court card couple. You have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. They both came out together, and they both came out, and everything came out in reverse. So the question that I asked the cards was, tell me the truth about my statement, where I told you that it felt like he needed somebody to fill these roles, and now that the kids are gone. So I asked about the truth and all that. Everything came out in reverse. So High Priestess in reverse is keeping lies. 4 of Cups in reverse is trying to get out of emotional rut, which was the damage that was done in the divorce. 2 of Swords in reverse is feeling like such at a stalemate, like locked, not sure, like I don't know what to fucking do. Page of Cups in reverse, that's kids. That's kids not being in a good place through his mind, how he's seeing things. And 3 of Pentacles in reverse is he didn't feel stable, he didn't know how the fuck he was going to do it. Here you come, Queen of Pentacles. That's his counterpart here. King and Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. This 7 of Swords is here again. So, looking at the backstory, 8 of Pentacles, Page of Wands. How am I going to do this? How am I going to make this work? Let me get exploratory. 7 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. This is being strategic. 6 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, and the Magician. 2 of Wands is seeing how the other grass is, which is you in this case. 6 of Pentacles is trying to make his life balanced after his shit show. Magician, Ace of Cups, so he manifested you. I'm going to pause the video for...
That's what I need. That's what I needed to hear this. You know, I needed this. I needed to hear it from something else.
Can you explain to me how real Aaron's love was for Kelly? Carrie, I'm so sorry.
Kelly's his ex-wife.
Well, look at my handwriting. I'm so sorry. I can't read my handwriting.
It's ironic as all.
I'm sorry. I'm going to do this. Carrie Van Gelder, can you please tell me about Aaron's love for Carrie Van Gelder?
It can't be an accident.
I just did it again. Thank you. All right. So you can't ask yes, no. You have to ask an open-ended, so it'll tell us, because tarot will tell stories. So that's why I worded it that way. So I asked the cards to describe his love for you. You have the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You have the 9 of Swords in the World card. So basically what that talks about is afraid to level up. Because the World card talks about closing out cycles, which essentially makes you level up into a new cycle. Because we're always going through cycles.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's next to the 9 of Swords, which is anxiety and fear. And if you look, I was told to use this deck for imagery. This cat looks trapped. That's fire behind him. He's on a log, and there's swords pointing up, and that's all embers and flames and fire, and the cat is stuck. So, his love for you. Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Queen of Wands is, like, good sex. Like, when I see the Queen of Wands, she's very alluring and attractive and confident and outgoing and sex appeal and spicy yummy. That can be a man or a woman. It doesn't matter that it's the Queen of Wands. Like, men carry that energy too. We all do. So, pertaining to that energy, and the Queen of Wands is very demanding and assertive. Like, she knows what she wants. She's fearless. So that could show up. That could be you. The Nine of Swords and the World card, just anxiety to move forward. And I hate to say this, there's not one cup. There's not been one cup in your reading. The only time it showed was the Ace of Cups next to the Magician. Magician, I explained to you, there's always a positive and a negative context to every card. Positive context of the Magician is able to manifest whatever it is that you want. Now, the negative context would be manipulation, because we are manipulating energy. Like, you can do it good or bad. So that would be the negative context. So Magician next to the Ace of Cups was to manipulate your heart space to get you to play mom, or whatever role it was that you were playing for him. When I look at the backstory, asking to explain his love, Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is being still. It's getting ready to plant your seeds. You're not sure where you're going to plant them yet. Nine of Pentacles is being independent, single, and available. He's not married anymore. That's the Nine of Pentacles. High Priestess and Death card. Under the High Priestess is the Tower and the Five of Swords. It feels like there was fuckery in his marriage, too. Like, he wasn't completely honest with his intentions with her.
Yeah.
He's carrying that's who he is as a person. So, the High Priestess and the Death card. High Priestess is shit that happened in his past relationship. Now there's a huge change, which would have been the divorce with the Death card. And then Eight of Pentacles and the Hierophant. Well, that's here I come to work on you. So, we've seen a lot of pentacles in your reading, and like I said before, pentacle, when you see a cup or a wand in a love reading, that's great, because there's a lot of juicy energy between two people. There's a lot of emotions that are good and flowing and yummy and happy. Usually when I read people that have been together, like a long-term couple, they'll show, and a good couple, they'll show up as a pentacle, and if it's like really dry and icy, nasty, dried up relationship, it'll be a sword. So there's a bunch of pentacles and swords in your reading, but like I said, there was only that one cup, which was when he was trying to get you in the beginning of the relationship. So unfortunately, to answer your question, it seems like this was a power move for himself. It wasn't, my heart is open, oh my God, I found you.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I want to ask what you're supposed to learn from this, because we don't, you contracted this, believe it or not. I know, I hate that. We contract all of our fucking pain. That's why we come. Because where we come from, there is no pain. It's perfect. It's pure. It's sweet.
Right.
So we come here to grow our soul. So there's always a reason when there's something, painful happening to us. So I want to ask, what is it that you're supposed to learn from this experience with dating Aaron? What is it that Carrie Van Gelder is supposed to learn from dating Aaron? Thank you. You got the World card at the bottom of the deck. All right, so I'm hearing that you need to think back to when you first got with him. What was your life like right before that? Because this is the answer. World card at the bottom of the deck, Four of Cups in reverse. When the Four of Cups is upright, it's being in an emotional rut. It's not happy with life. It's not happy with anything coming your way. It's taking whatever the fuck is handed to you. So when the Four of Cups is in reverse, you've got boundaries and you've got standards. And this is what you're supposed to take from this lesson. If you see red flags, run. If it's not a hell yes, it's a hell fucking no. If it doesn't check off your box, it's not your box.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I say that all the time. I'm like, I said that to him the night we had like the first talk, that he was, mentioned he just didn't know. He just wasn't sure. He didn't want to break up, but he just wasn't. He needed to be sure. And I'm like, if it's not a fuck yes, then it's a fuck no.
There's that.
But, what was I gonna say? Shit.
If it's not a fuck yes, it's a fuck no.
Yeah, but I forgot what I was going to say now. I should have detoured myself.
You're okay. No, because it's a part of it. It's pertaining to this is a cycle that you've gone through your whole life, settling for less. Settling for something that doesn't feel good.
That's what I was going to say. This was the one and only. And not me just, in goo goo gaga eyes or like high hopes or like I put more thought into it than what was. This is the first relationship I've ever had where it didn't die out. I didn't have the doubt. I did, you know, like I said, he kind of fixed that. He made me more secure. He made, like, to my soul.
The other thing, I want to add 2 things that I'm hearing. There was not much stability in your life due to poor choices. Teenager on up, you know, so not much stability. Getting yourself in bad situations because of not so good choices, and it's been a cycle for you. So he gave you a taste of something that you struggled with your whole life, that you never really conquered with the kind of stability that he gave you. Now you have to flip it and look at it from his intentions, his deep intentions. If he places such a tall order in his head to find a woman to do what he needed to have in his life in this time frame, he and kids are involved, he's gonna lock in like a motherfucker. He's gonna do the song and dance. He's gonna make sure that he gets what he wants out of you. Does that make sense?
It does, but as far as, like, the kids go, I mean, they lived with him a week and then with their mom a week. And they were, I mean, 16, 17, and 19. So, I mean, they didn't, I can't see how he would have wanted me for that reason.
Well, I'm gonna say
like,
that.
I'm not saying it wouldn't have painted a better picture, but I don't feel like...
Oh, it's not how the kids view. It's not the picture that he's painting.
Right.
It's the picture that was painted for him. Let's put it this way. He said to you that he wants, now that the kids are gone, he wants to come home to an empty house. So he never...
Yeah.
Let's
It was like, in his explanation of, you know, like, it was, you know, it started, you know, kind of, that was, you know, you said 4 months, so his birthday's in November. That's when I noticed because he had his friends come over here every Sunday, him, you know, and the guys, and they're good guys, they're married guys, they're, you know, and then all of his kids and their kids, and so they have get-togethers. He's very social. He loves any get-together, the more the merrier, but he was going harder. Like...
Well, this is the way I want to... This is what I'm trying to get at, but I wanted you to be able to say what you got to say so that you'll listen to what I have to say. When he told you that now that the kids are gone, he just wants to come home to an empty house, I'm going to explain to you what that means. When he had the wife made sure if the kids were to get in trouble, or if the kids needed someone to show up for a graduation or a sporting event or whatever the fuck it was, if someone had to be a parent, he didn't want it to be him. Doesn't matter if he had them 7 days a week or once every 7 days. There's still a responsibility there. That's where the motherly you came in. And when he had to, he went through the divorce. Now, honestly, what it feels like here is that ex got so tired of his fucking shit because they just couldn't see eye to eye. He didn't want, this is what it feels like. He didn't want to ever be a parent. He didn't want to have that restriction. So now that the kids are grown up and out of the house, now all of a sudden here we are, and I don't really want to have any restrictions, and that includes you too. And then tie that in with he goes hard. He's been going harder. He wants to party. He wants freedom. And then I'll also say, too, on the final tip, 5 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands, that screams freedom. He wants freedom. 5 of Pentacles is abandoning 4 of Wands, which would be like a family unit. But the 4 of Wands also represents rejoicing, celebration, and freedom. So 5 of Pentacles would be abandoning to be free.
Yeah.
It's not you. Like, you did nothing wrong here. There's nothing you could have done better. There's nothing more you could have been. There's nothing that you shouldn't have done. I can't call this, it's selfish to you and your reality. Very validly so. It's not selfish to him and his reality because this is who he is truly at his soul core. Doesn't want to be tied down. Doesn't want to be having to answer, doesn't want restrictions. That's what it feels like the most, is not being restricted.
Yeah.
Now here's the silver lining. What if I commend him for being honest, because what if he was never honest and dragged you through the rest of your fucking life with a false or half-assed love?
I mean, I've always told him, I'm like, you know, no matter what, tell me the truth, because if you tell me the truth, I may not like it, but at least I can respect you after it.